abs and femininity. Desi Johnson says you can have both. For decades, women's bodies have been policed by invisible rules. Society told them how they should look, how soft or curvy they should be, how not to appear too strong, too tall, too bold. The perfect woman was supposed to be toned, but not too toned. Athletic, but never intimidating. Healthy, but still visibly delicate. Defined abs? That was a step too far. That was masculine. But one woman is dismantling that mindset with every stride, every photo, every flex. Desi Johnson, a stunning fusion of athleticism and femininity, is flipping the script, proving once and for all that you can have rock-hard abs and still radiate beauty, softness, and womanhood. Who is Desi Johnson? Desi Johnson is an American track athlete and fitness figure who has become a lightning rod for the modern body image conversation. Her Instagram feed is a gallery of inspiration, high-speed training clips, glamorous photo shoots, and real-life moments that remind us she's more than a fitness icon. She's a cultural symbol. But she's not just known for her six-pack. Desi is celebrated because she refuses to let that six-pack define her. She is as comfortable sprinting in spikes as she is posing in heels. She doesn't conform to one version of womanhood. She represents all of it. Strength, beauty, elegance, and confidence, wrapped into one unapologetic force. The body image war women didn't sign up for. Every woman grows up surrounded by images that suggest what she should be. Magazine covers, music videos, red carpet appearances, they've all enforced one message: femininity equals softness. Abs, muscle definition, or any sign of physical power were long treated as a contradiction to that image. Even in fitness spaces, women were warned not to get too big. They were encouraged to pursue toned rather than strong, lean rather than muscular. The underlying implication was clear. Physical power might make you less beautiful, less wanted, less feminine. Desi Johnson is the living, breathing rebuttal to that cultural messaging. Her body doesn't undermine her femininity, it enhances it. Her presence proves that the very muscles once used to question a woman's softness can, in fact, redefine and expand its meaning. Abs as armor and art. When you look at Desi's midsection, what you see is not just the result of genetics or vanity, it's a story. Those lines are the result of years of discipline. They represent thousands of sprints, lifts, meal preps, early mornings, and late-night workouts. Each groove is carved from consistency, self-respect, and relentless pursuit. And yet, those same abs shine in crop tops, swimsuits, or even red dresses with soft fabrics and flowing lines. She never tries to hide them, and more importantly, she never tones herself down to make others more comfortable. Her abs aren't armor that hides femininity. They're art that expresses it. Strength doesn't cancel out beauty. One of the most powerful elements of Desi Johnson's presence is that she never trades power for beauty. She merges them. The kind of beauty she represents doesn't come from fragility. It doesn't rely on daintiness or submission. It comes from bold self-ownership. Desi doesn't try to fit into someone else's standard. She sets her own. That's why people follow her. That's why women look up to her. Because she's real. She's proof that you can train your body into a masterpiece and still carry the glow, sensuality, and softness of a woman who knows exactly who she is. The psychological side. Owning your identity. For many women, the journey to physical strength is also a journey through emotional minefields. Fear of judgment. Pressure to appear a certain way. The anxiety of being too much. Desi's story resonates because it shows that you don't have to give in. When she flexes in front of a camera, it's not vanity, it's visibility. It's a declaration to the world. I exist on my terms. I define myself. And that act alone is deeply feminine. Femininity isn't about meeting expectations. It's about embracing wholeness, your fire, your gentleness, your ambition, your curves, your muscles. Desi's brand of femininity isn't just physical. It's emotional resilience. It's self-love that comes from knowing you don't owe the world conformity. Changing the fitness narrative. The fitness industry has long sold women one look, Flat stomachs, skinny waists, maybe a little definition, just enough to look athletic, but never enough to challenge beauty norms. That narrative is crumbling, and women like Desi Johnson are leading the charge. Her rise has changed how fitness is marketed. No longer is it about becoming smaller. It's about becoming stronger, physically and mentally. And the more she showcases her body, the more she invites others to do the same. Desi has shifted the conversation. It's no longer, how can I lose weight? It's, how strong can I get? How fast can I run? How much power can I own while still being fully, fiercely feminine? The role of social media. Visibility as a weapon. Social media, for all its faults, has become a battlefield for cultural change. And Desi Johnson knows exactly how to use it. Every post is carefully curated not just to show aesthetics, but to build a brand that empowers. She knows the camera doesn't just capture her, it multiplies her message. In every reel or story, she gives permission to other women to pursue goals they were once warned against. Her audience doesn't just admire her physique, they connect with her confidence. They're inspired by her balance of grace and grit. She doesn't tell women how to be. She simply shows them what's possible. Abs and sex appeal, a new language of attraction. Here's another myth Desi is destroying, that abs on women make them less attractive. That's simply false. In fact, Desi Johnson's physicality has only elevated her sex appeal. It's not just about appearance, it's about energy. Confidence is magnetic. Strength is seductive. There's something deeply attractive about someone who pushes limits, who walks with purpose, who stands in their truth without apology. Desi's physique isn't a rejection of sexiness, it's a redefinition of it. She doesn't rely on being passive or cute. Her allure comes from dominance, from presence, from the quiet power of a woman who knows exactly what she brings to the table. A movement, not just a moment. Desi Johnson isn't an anomaly, she's a pioneer. And her message is part of a larger movement. Across the world, more women are rejecting the idea that femininity is limited to a certain shape or size. They are training harder, lifting heavier, running faster, not to change who they are, but to become more of who they are. And Desi is one of the faces of that new era. A woman with abs, attitude, ambition, and a glowing kind of femininity that no one can ignore. She proves that muscles don't steal softness. They amplify strength in all its forms, including sensuality, compassion, beauty, and fire.